After being around for over a decade, I've noticed 4 common patterns, 4 mistakes that people keep committing. And this is why they keep failing, and that they never actually end up succeeding enough to, make 2, 3, 4, 5 grand a month on their business online. And what it is, okay, it's always about posting. Okay, posting. People don't know how to post right because they're always doing promotional posts. They're always doing big offers and big deals, and they think even when it's free, people don't care, right? So you have to make it about them. I teach that in my new free training. And another mistake, I teach the 4 mistakes in my new free training, okay? The other mistake is you have to create a first impression system. In other words, you have to optimize your profile. If your profile looks like a freaking walking billboard, if people even scroll, even see the pin post or some of the posts before, your cover photo looks like it's a little billboardy, people are gonna run away from that, okay? This is not how you do it. You wanna make your business profile more personal than your personal profile. Doing behind the scenes, stuff like this, how I'm actually making this video in my stories right now. You want to go behind the scenes. This is a backyard in Canada, behind the scenes. You want to add a lot of value to people's lives. You want to have a lot, you want to get a lot of new eyeballs on your content every day, but you have to be real. You have to make sure that you're just adding a lot of value in people's lives. Your target market, what kind of value can you add to your target market? Okay. And a lot of people don't even know what their perfect target avatar is. And that's what you want to dial into. And I actually have a whole process for you to be able to do that. Okay. If you can message me or reply right now, if you really want that, you can do it in about 5 minutes and completely change the way you do business. That's the very first thing you should be doing anyway. Then we can optimize your complete profile for you and have, click on my profile, check out what I'm doing. It's very personal looking. You click through on my cover photo and there's actually a link for you to click on, but it's very subtle. The funnel is very subtle. Okay. Another thing is the way that you're messaging, the way that people are conducting messaging, the questions that they're asking. And a lot of people, even if they have the questions the right way, the problem is there's too much of them and it looks like it's an actual interrogation. And so I've actually found a way to minimize conversations 80%, still have some fun with the conversation, right? Having a lot of cool fun, building a lot of rapport, but real rapport is actually built in asking the right questions. But how do we do it? It's a little bit of a secret on how you can cut down 80% of your conversation instead of all the back and forth, having them leave you ghosted and on read all the time and they never come back to you. Even if you follow up with them, they're not getting back to you. This happens. It's so frustrating, right? How do you minimize all of that? Okay. So just again, message me or comment, I need more info underneath if this is a story or reply, right? And I'll help you with that too. I'm giving this away in my new training I just put out there. It's a little longer, but it's so valuable for you. And you can completely change your business right now. And then the fourth thing is, where do you find these people? People post and pray. They hope that people come to them. The algorithm really doesn't work that way for like 95% of people. And this is why for years and years, people, they're trying to build up their channel, their profile and everything. They're trying to build up followers that way. And it's really cool to have a bunch of content on the back end and like an archived amount of content. But you want to command your lead flow. You want to be able to do it instantly. You want to be able to go out in next 10 to 15 minutes. And I have a strategy right now using Facebook, using Threads and Instagram on how within 10 to 15 minutes you can be connecting with like 3 to 5 new people. And I show proof that I did it literally with you on the video. Again, you can reply right now. I want more info, whatever you got to say to get me on the horn. And I'll actually send you this training. And, this is how it is. These are the 4 mistakes people keep doing. And if you correct these things, you can actually move forward. I mean, I struggled for freaking 4 years because I didn't figure this stuff out back in the early days. Almost 4 years, from 2010 to the end of 2013. 4 months, I was able to go from, God, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, to going full-time online, walking out of my job and never looking back at 26 years old. Okay, then I was able to move into Costa Rica for about 5 years. Now in Mexico for about 3 years. Just back in Canada for a little vacation. Going back to Mexico soon. Hey, make sure to reply if you're serious about what you're doing. I wanted to chunk this up, and I'm going to have this as a full-blown story today with all of this. But you have to, this is something you have to really internalize, and you have to figure out. If you don't figure this stuff out, your company's not going to save you on this. Your company training ain't going to save you. A lot of the boot camps, a lot of coaches and mentors, they're not focusing on this stuff. These are the most important things to focus on. They're focusing on just fluff, the framework, 60-day boot camps and drip feed. This is a little different. All right, let's go back to actually applying what's practical in the business and instantly changing things in your business right now. Okay, very confident in that fact, but it's up to you to take action and reply to the story. All right, we'll see you there. We'll see you on the next one.